being a straight rat, like a snitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm pointing at the dude, and right here, it seems like he was upset. He wasn't. He was saying, he was being pretty cool about the situation because he's like, order drinks at halftime. He's like, don't order it during the game. And then the buzzer goes off, and it's like, He's like, now it's halftime. Now you can order drinks with a smile. He wasesn't being a prick about it.
That's such an answer. Like, I've seen what his crib looks like. That's such an answer that guy that lives at that crib would give.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this guy doesn't have a worry in the world.
Yeah. Welcome to episode number 77 of the OpTic Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Honey and Factor. And I'll tell you a little bit more about them later on in the podcast. We have a new co-host today, my man Marved, championship Marved in the building.
What's good?
Toronto native.
Toronto's very own, for sure.
Toronto's very own. We have a man, Money Biscuit, to my left, and of course, the legendary, formal Matthew Piper.
In the flesh.
I didn't. Can I ask you something? And it can't be racist because I'm Mexican, right?
Okay.
But Piper doesn't sound like a traditional Japanese last name.
Not Japanese. It's my dad's. My dad's like Italian, Scottish, American, some shit.
So I am racist because I just assumed your dad was Japanese.
Yeah. You're half Japanese?
Basically. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. and you speak a little bit older now? No, nothing at all. I wish I did. Is there a language that you wish you spoke? Besides English? Spanish, right?
Yeah,
so you can talk to las mamacitas. Decirle,
Okay.
oye, bella, ¿cómo estás? ¿Te compro un tequilita? ¿Un chupito de tequilita? ¿Nos aventamos un porrito? Something like that?
There's this dude that used to walk around my school, and like grammar school, he used to just be like, Mama, yeah.
Mama Yama?
What does that mean?
Nothing?
That's it.
Mama Yama?
Or something like that.
What about you? Any other languages?
Spanish, French?
Spanish and French?
Yeah, Spanish and French would be cool. Or
Yeah,
Japanese,
French
too.
would
Oh, no, that you actually speak.
Oh, that I actually speak?
Yeah.
Not Spanish and French for sure.
Nah?
English, Vietnamese, a little bit, yeah.
Awesome. Well, glad to have you on, man. It's been a long time coming. Give me your schedule right now and like where you're living, how you're living, how much time you're spending.
Okay, so
By far, right now, in this very moment, you are my favorite Torontoan professional player on OpTic. Yeah, right now.
Who else is from Toronto?
Dashy. Dashy is.
But yeah, we already played 2 matches. We're like in an online qualifier right now.
Yeah.
So we already played 2 matches in our group stages, and we won both of them. And now we're in Texas now, so we just finish off the rest of the tournament. We're living in Dallas right now by the NB headquarters. So yeah, we're just chilling. Practice 5 days a week usually, maybe 6. And actually 5 days a week, and we usually have a match on the 6th. So we practice maybe 6 to 7 hours a day.
Jesus.
And the first hour we do like server time, and then the rest we scrim it out.
So he just walked in and told us about server time, and Formal and I was like, well, what's
gonna ask.
what's server? So server time, if you explain it.
Yeah, so basically we have like an hour before we actually play games, and we like go over like what we're gonna do for the day. Our coach basically tells us what we're gonna do today. Basically, like, if we want to work on like retakes or like site executes or defaulting, like stuff like that, we just work on it, and we make sure we focus on it during the scrims. We don't really care about winning or losing the scrims. We just try to make sure we like iron out everything, like whatever we have to do.
So for the first hour, they have a plan about what practice is gonna be like, right? So like things that they're gonna like plays that they're gonna work on just for that entire 6-hour period. But they come in an hour early to talk about what those games are gonna look like and what maps and the stresses they're gonna be running, which to me is crazy. Because when you said server time, I'm like, oh, they probably like rent a server like at GameStop, I think. Is that where do you guys usually get it from, right? So that to me was crazy. And I remember it being like that strict and that like that professional in CSGO when we used to be in it. Chet, shout out to my brother. He's the coach of the Valorant team, but he was the coach of our CSGO team. And he was like the amount of like strats and work that they put in is insanity to me.
Yeah.
Like literally couldn't. What does a traditional Halo practice look like to you guys?
We play 1 scrim a day. It's like 1 scrim at like 5 p.m. Like it's actually great. It's like 1 scrim a day, 5 p.m. lasts like 2.5 hours, and we put in solid effort. We're probably the hardest trying Halo team. So like,
how many like What's the series? Best of
like it's like 13 games. You play all 13.
13 games?
That's
Yeah,
a solid
13
shoot.
games.
That's
Yeah.
like a solid.
It takes like 2.5, 3 hours like to finish. But and like you'll play a good team and like you'll go hard every map
Yeah,
and then once that's done you're done.
No, you're tired after
Yeah,
that.
you got like a good day of practice.
So against like one team a day?
Yeah, like
So-
usually, yeah.
So when you play against different teams, obviously they all have like different play styles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you like prepare for that stuff?
Well, like to be honest, like we played every single team
Okay.
like multiple times. Yeah,
Sure.
like you get through like everyone because like there's so much downtime in Halo, it's ridiculous. So
And
like
as
we
the-
know we know how everyone plays basically.
Yeah. As the best team, do you feel like the other team is gaining more than you're gaining? Like when you
I mean, yeah, there's scrims like that for sure.
Yeah, right?
Like, I mean, it's just how it is, though. Like, and if it is a scrim like that, you just try to like perfect your shit.
Mm-hmm. I
You know
hear
what I
you.
mean, like, don't play down to them, but also just make sure your shit's like polished.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a discipline that I personally don't have.
What?
Just committing to 6 hours of like just not like when I play. Obviously, it's just to have fun. So to have the discipline to sit there and play and work on a thing and only that, like it's no, like yeah, you're having a little bit of fun because it's video games, but the strictness of the program that you're going through that entire 6 hour period is just something that I don't think that I could my mind can focus on for that long.
I feel like it only gets super like tiring when when you play that 13 map scrim and it's versus another team like that's fucking just as good.
Yeah, once it's done, it's like damn.
It's like, gosh.
I'm getting off.
Yeah,
like,
bro, you know what I
I need to
mean?
get some food. Like, yeah.
Like literally 13.
You just went hard as
grueling
fuck for
maps.
like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So
So
the worst for us is when we're like working on something and the other team's like trying their fucking hardest, bro.
yeah.
And then like we just know we can shit on them.
Yeah.
But like Chet's like, nah guys, just work on it. Just work
Yeah,
on it.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
like, all right, bro. It is what it is.
Do they I've seen the interactions between Valor and pros, and it's all mostly like it's like banter almost like the whole time. Is there any beef that actually exists out there?
Beef, there's probably some beef, but I feel like in Valorant, everyone wants to be the best. So everyone wants to beat each other, and like people hate losing to each other.
Mhm,
Like, I mean, that's every game, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like there's some animosity sometimes because just teams are, I guess, jealous or
Yeah.
they want to beat you. So
Yeah. Man, I think it's serious just all across all of the esports, right? And there is that little certain level of animosity, but people hide it behind these little flirtatious, like you're the best, you're
Yeah,
the best,
exactly.
you're the best, you're the best. OpTic #1 is what I've been seeing. Like,
Yeah.
is it OpTic NA #1 or some shit? Global now, right? Obviously. That you mentioned that was your first championship.
Yeah.
How did that feel? How long have you been competing, etc.?
I mean, I've been competing on and off since I was like 15, 16. Now I'm 22 now, but yeah, that was my first one. Like, that was my first ever, like, not first ever big LAN because we played 2 other Valorant LANs. We got second at the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the champs, we kind of went out in group stages because Vic had COVID. I mean, I'm not going to say because Vic had COVID, but yeah,
Yeah.
he had
That's a
COVID.
checkout, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we were playing in the hotel.
That's
Bro,
ridiculous.
I had COVID and I couldn't. I love eating and I couldn't eat. I would take one bite a day of every meal that I was having.
Wow.
So I would order North Italia, the traditional and usual whatever, right? And then I would take one bite and I was just like, salty, and I would just leave it.
Ew.
And then that was dinner. For lunch, I would have like I'm going backwards for some reason, but I would have like a sandwich and I would take one bite and I'd be like, ugh.
Ew.
So I just wouldn't eat. So the fact that he had to get up and actually think and aim and be good, I couldn't do it. I was laid in bed, man, and maybe it's because of the age or whatever, but I did not want to do a goddamn thing when I was
Damn.
sick.
Fuck
You
that.
didn't catch. Have you caught COVID yet?
Nope.
Damn. You?
Nope.
Damn, you?
I feel like I have, but
Yeah.
not for
Recently?
sure. No, not
Yeah.
recently. A couple months ago, like I was pretty sick, but I didn't really want to get tested. I checked how much it was to get
What?
tested.
You think I just jinxed you?
Nah. You was just like I think like. Are you talking about like right now?
No, not like right now. Not like months ago, I felt pretty sick, but like I checked how much it was for a COVID test, like $300. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stay home. So
Yes.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
though.
Let's just call it COVID.
Yeah. I'll just say I got.
Nah, I got that shit. I'm tweeting it.
Bro, the most annoying part about that is that there's no medicine, right, for it. It's just like drink water and shut the fuck up, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the recipe.
Damn.
Like staying hydrated was like my main objective. Every morning I took something, and then they gave me some anti-inflammatory for my lungs, but I didn't have any breathing problems. So again, going back to Vic having it, like you can't tell me that the performance wasn't or was at what it could have been if he would have been healthy.
Yeah.
No shot in hell.
And not even that, we had to play in the hotel, and I feel like we strive on the stage. So
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it just made us worse in my opinion.
Yeah. How do you like that stage? How do you like that setting where it's like this almost Hollywood-esque scenario where the stage is like a fucking, I don't know, call it Hollywood.
Arena.
Yeah.
It's like an opera.
Pretty sick. I mean, there's a bunch of lights that you see, so that's cool. I mean, we haven't had a crowd yet, but these next 2 lands, apparently there's going to be a crowd, so.
When are the next lands?
Oh,
dude, it's every podcast with you,
That's
kid.
good though.
It's consistent. Consistency. That's not the consistency we want here. Who's calling you? Let me see. Let me see.
You can't just dig in the man's pocket.
No, I want to know who's calling you, dude. It's like 12:15. Who has business with you at 12:15? God damn. All right, sorry, you were saying?
I'm
gonna give you that shit.
the end of July, it's in Copenhagen.
Okay.
End of July or beginning of August or something. And then the other one's in September, which is in Istanbul, and that's the bigger one.
Dude,
Damn.
they go to some crazy spots,
That's
bro.
really insane.
That's
I mean, I
nuts.
wish we had some home tournaments like you guys, but
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to that.
Those sound fire.
That'd
those
be.
are
I mean, like, damn. MLG Istanbul.
that's
that'd
like
be
real.
insane.
That's
Yeah.
like real
That'd be
trips. That's
insane.
fire.
Dude, I want to go to the Copenhagen one because I've never been.
yeah.
And I am I don't like to travel to places I've already been. I am willing to do the sacrifice and not enjoy the 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hour travel time to go to a place I've never been before.
Yeah.
And Copenhagen is definitely one that I haven't been. If anybody in the crowd watching this is from Copenhagen, be ready to give me a tour. Who wants to be my tour guide? Because we're gonna go to the darkest regions of Copenhagen. Just is that where they have the red light district? Because I'm not going there.
I think
It's
Amsterdam,
Amsterdam,
right?
We're going to Amsterdam when we go to Copenhagen. I like
I
it.
go to both.
You're off the wall right now.
Who, me?
Yeah, you just bounce around so many
Dude,
topics right there.
it's one of those days where my ADD is just like out of control, and I'm on creator mode. So my vlog is just like the number one thing that I'm doing. So I'm enjoying that. The doc was here this weekend. He was mad at you, and like we showed up at the thing, huh?
Oh, because I wasn't here.
Because you weren't here.
When did he come? Because
Sunday.
I came that day.
Sunday.
I was there like right after their match.
We
You
left.
guys just had to have just left.
We left right after the first match,
Damn,
and knowing what I know now, I think that we could have stayed here and watched the whole match play out. We beat FaZe 3-1 decisively. 5th time beating them. 2nd time beating them with a sub. What do you think about that as a professional Call of Duty player and knowing and having played against them? Like, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've watched a couple of the matches. I just think, I don't know, OpTic's really good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 3 is really good.
Yeah.
And like obviously Ender's really good and Pote's really good. They both fit into the system really well.
Yeah.
Same with even Jordan could squeeze in. You know, like he even like looked pretty comfortable like after they got like a series or two, and I don't know, they've just been, I don't know, they have FaZe's number so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we haven't lost a single match in this split. Is that right, Matt? Matt doesn't know. He's checking Twitter because now he's OpTic.
yeah, they're
Matt.
undefeated. I think
You
they're
know what I'm saying? He
3-0.
gets some more tweets. He's enjoying life. But yeah, so they're undefeated this season. And again, I don't want to jinx it. And I don't want to say anything. That's why I was asking you, because obviously from a professional eye, like you can tell a little bit way better than I can. But you know, I'm really happy with the way that they've been performing.
They work hard.
Yeah, we're in the process of extending Prolute's contract. Right, we're gonna make him OpTic Prolute. He's gonna be on the bench. Well, he's gonna be competing for the foreseeable future, but we're gonna have him as backup in case something happens, because we know that 1, he's got the skill. 2, he's good people.
Gross.
Good people to have around,
He's cool.
which is just as important. And he fits the program, which is super, super good for us. I'm excited. I'm excited to go to Toronto first time in Toronto. What can I expect over there, man?
Wait, when is that? When is that tournament?
May. When is it, Matt? May something?
Like next week, dude.
Yeah, next week.
2 weeks.
We leave.
Yeah.
Fuck, we leave Tuesday next week. Huh?
What?
You can't go unless you have a COVID test, right?
Yeah, I already took a
Or
COVID
a
test.
COVID shot vaccine.
The
You
vaccine.
vaccinated?
Yeah, I got the vaccine. It knocked me out. You know, because originally I was half vaccinated, right? I got the, I got, you know what I'm saying? Like you
I
get
got you.
the Pfizer, you get one, and then you get the other. The wife is like, you gotta get it. And I was like, no, believe in science. And then I'm kidding. I was like, so I got one, and then just because time got away from me, I didn't get it. And then they're like, yo, Paige is like, you gotta go get it, or otherwise you're not gonna be able to go to Toronto. I'm like, fine. So I got it. Knocked me out for like 24 hours. It did. I had the worst headache I've ever had. And it made me feel all sorts of way. But next week we're in Toronto. What are some of the recommendations, man? Give it to me.
Food is good. I mean, it's pretty similar to here. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, I just know a lot of people there. That's why I like being there.
Yeah.
But downtown is always lit. I mean, the clubs are lit.
Yeah.
And weed is legal.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, you piqued my interest. So I do have plans to visit some of the dispensaries there and give it a taste test. I'm excited to go. I want to go to the OVO store. Is that a store that's like always open?
Yeah, that store's always open. There's a couple of them. So the the malls are really nice.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
if you want to hit up some malls, Eaton Center, Yorkdale. If you look back on this and just go to there if you can.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Obviously, Dashy's gonna be with us. Ramble's gonna be with us. They're both from Canada.
And Inder, I think.
And Inder, yeah, exactly.
He's from Toronto?
Yeah.
I think so.
So Inder, Dashy, Marved, all from Toronto.
And Damon.
And Damon. No,
Oh,
Damon.
shit.
Yeah.
He's from
Canada, yeah. I think he's from. No, he's from Ottawa. How far is Ottawa from Toronto?
Maybe like an hour or two.
Oh, okay. So
That's not
from
that far.
Toronto.
Yeah.
yeah, so he's from the 6. I'm excited, man.
The thing about Toronto is people outside of Toronto love saying they're from Toronto.
Yeah.
And people from Toronto like always just
Correct
like,
them?
Yeah, correct them. Like, you're not from Toronto, bro.
Yeah. Well, it happened. It happened to us too. Like when they asked us, like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Chicago." I was like, "All right, cool." He's like, "Yeah, we live in the northwest suburbs, like Schaumburg." He's like, "Well, that's not Chicago." I'm like, "Okay, ask me again. Where are you from?" Schaumburg. Where is that? Exactly. Chicago, motherfucker. Shut up. It's like it's the closest thing to it. You know Chicago. You don't know Schaumburg. Let me say Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, originally from Wheeling, Illinois, though. 60090. Ooh, ooh. Shout out to all my Wheeling Illinoisans. So you guys beat C9 this weekend. So we left. So the doc comes in, right? My part in the ADD. The doc comes in this weekend to go sit courtside at the Mavs game. And he came here first. We watched the boys play. He said, "What's up to everybody?" From there, we went downtown to go to the American Airlines Center, and we got there a little bit too early, which is why I was saying that we could have spectated the whole match here. But it was good because by the time that we got to the OpTic Envy headquarters, we were able to watch FNS and Crashies like play the thing, and I thought the match was already over, right? So because I'm like, we drove for a long ass time, right?
Nah, we're in the match, and John and Crashies are telling us, they're like, "Yo, Doc is in the room, and we're like in the match, literally.
Yeah.
And it's like third map, we're like grinding it out.
Yeah.
So like we heard that, everyone just started laughing.
Yeah, I apologize for the distraction,
it's
man.
cool.
I
check out.
Well, obviously you got us the dub because we came back from like 10 to 6. So
Yeah,
Dang.
the doc came in there. I was like, I felt so bad. I'm like, fuck, because the door, you know how it makes a loud noise, like dunk. So I'm like, we walk in there. I'm like, I think there's still a match. Let's go in the back. So we went in the back. That's why I recorded a little bit, pointed out to him, and we were there. But we beat C9, who apparently are a dominant team.
yeah, they've been looking good for a while
Who's
now.
on C9?
Leaf, Vanity, Zeppa, Curry, and got the last. But yeah, they're very good. I mean, they were better. I'm not gonna say they were better than us, but they were ranked higher than us for a long time before the event. And we just recently started beating them a lot. So
yeah, I think everything's gelling right now, man. I'm excited for you guys. I can't wait to go to Copenhagen with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a blast. I'm gonna bring the vlog with it, which means I get to bring everybody along with, which is also part of the good about that. So we ended up winning against C9, and then from there we go downstairs. Right, we go downstairs. We walk into. We went underground. Right, we went underground where the players park. We went through the whole thing, and Doc is in full gear, right? Like he's not going as Guy, he's going as Doc. So he's got his vest, and I'm like, yo, I don't know if they're gonna let you in with the vest because they're gonna, this, you got to be able to whatever. He's like, no, it's good. There's no metal in it. Like I've done this a bunch of times, and I was like, all right, cool. So we go because he's been to the Lakers game and done that, right? So we go, and everybody's just staring at this through the fuck, right? Like the older ladies over there, like checking the tickets and all that. It's like. He's like, are you guys on the floor? Yeah, and they showed him the tickets. Like, oh, okay, you guys are on the floor again. Keep going. And I'm like, damn, they didn't believe me. But we got there, and immediately, man, like from all sides of the stadium, it was like, Doc,
Really?
Doc.
Oh,
yeah,
That's so sick.
yeah, it was so sick.
Awesome.
That's
little
so
kid,
sick.
bro, little kids, like 8-year-old kids. We're like, Doc, look, I'm subscribed to your channel. He brought it up. He's like, can I get a picture? And obviously, Doc is in full Doc mode, so he's like, yeah. So he gets in there, takes a picture, pointing.
I love it, dude.
He's like, as people are taking pictures of him, he's like, yeah, it's the make sure the biceps in there. He's flexing and full character mode, this dude, and it was good. It was a good moment because like I got to experience firsthand what like he gets to sort of see.
Yeah.
And we've seen, obviously we have our level of popularity, but it's good to see like a character like him like be enjoyed by people that actually think. There was this fucking this dude sitting right behind us, cool dude, and then I think the dude he was sitting next to was an actor or something, but they were in full chains, bro. Like that rapper was in there. I looked him up. I looked him up. What is No, not G-Eazy. Okay, chill out, dude. G-Eazy was there, and I did spot him.
Is that Matt's favorite or some shit?
No.
Was it G-Eazy?
Yeah, no, but somebody's like the guy that went with this guy named President. He's like, yo, that's G-Eazy, and I was like, I looked, I'm like, is it? And I look, and then I look at G-Eazy's Instagram, and I'm like, damn, this is y'all's this day and age rapper. And then I show him the dude's doing one of these and shit with his little bucket. I'm like, and I told Doc, I'm like, yo, this is y'all rappers, this day and age rappers. He's like, no. He's like, my rappers wear baggy jeans, and I was like, yeah, mine too. Your rappers wear tight jeans,
Normal pants that fit you.
Yeah, right. Not the yo. Did you know Wu-Tang used to wear double jeans to make their jeans look even fatter? Yeah,
like jeans over jeans.
Yeah, jeans over jeans.
That's like
that'd be so.
I mean, yeah, it's
that's
like
just so annoying thinking about. Like,
What the fuck?
No, you think, but I don't think. I used to wear basketball shorts under everything all through high school.
I wear basketball
for
shirts
sure.
and everything
For
still.
sure.
Still to this day. You
yeah.
ready to ball? Ball
At
is
all
life.
time.
Yeah, same. That's the reason I did it. Growing up, did you play any sports?
Basketball,
Ball?
for sure.
What did you play?
Point guard, shooting guard.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
How are your handles?
Handles are nice. I mean, if you guys want to see, I'm down to have like a little game.
The problem with that, Marved, is that no
I can
one
tell he's
here.
about it.
Yeah, same. But no one here can play ball. And I'm not saying
No,
that.
Brandon apparently can.
No, he can't. But I'm saying like we can't. Like, look at my finger, dude. Look at his pinky. You see this?
Yeah.
This came from basketball. I am not risking any of my players
True.
playing anything.
True.
You know what I'm saying? No thumb wars. No basketball. Nothing that can injure the hands. No rope mountain climbing. Nothing. But yeah, if you're nice,
What's the last
nice.
one?
Rope climbing.
Rope mountain climbing?
Yeah, with the rope. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
like
'cause
just
you've been-
rock climbing.
Yeah, rock climbing. You've seen Free Solo. That's why you climb with no ropes, like the face of like a mega mountain.
Why would anyone do that?
It's a thrill.
Why would anyone do that?
People jump out of planes with no parachute.
And then they put it on,
They
right?
get caught and shit.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Dude.
Like, that's a thrill that I don't think that I look at this. This is
Like, why would you
I don't know
do
about
this,
this.
dude?
I thought
Why
you were
would
talking
you
about, like,
fucking
indoor
do
rock
this?
climbing.
so Alex Honnold, who is alive today, has climbed. It is one of the most incredible documentaries that I've ever seen in my life. Huh?
I think I may have watched this.
Yeah, it is one of the most incredibly filmed, beautifully filmed. Like, the storyline is perfect of this dude who just loves to mountain climb, and he does it without any ropes.
The weirdest shit to want to be tipped for.
Do you know, bro? You wouldn't have a picture of you like conquering a mountain like that?
Dude, if I
Imagine
slipped
lived
once, you know how
down.
fucking stupid I'd feel.
Oh my
If you what?
God.
If I've slipped and I just chalked
On
it.
the way down, what do you think you're thinking as you're falling? Like, these are the last 1 second of my life.
I'd be shouting excuses.
What? It's like
So
fucking.
fucking slippery. Fucking bullshit. It rained last week, just screaming. You don't even know what I'm saying.
It's not my
Unlucky,
fault. It's not my fault. It's lagging. But yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it, Alex Honnold, it's called Free Solo. Like I said, one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. Just the cinematography alone just
That
makes
is
it
crazy,
worth it.
dude.
So definitely.
Pande.
That is crazy.
Aside from hooping and playing
Valorant.
Val, what are you into?
My I don't even know because my
I
whole
hate
life
that
is just
question.
Valorant right now. But
Yeah.
other than that, I like chilling, watching. I like shopping. Low-key, I like shopping.
I'm surprised I haven't seen you downtown.
Yeah, nah, I mean, I haven't been in Dallas too much recently, but yeah, I mean, Valorant, League of Legends sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ever play COD or
COD. Yeah, I used to be a big fan of COD. Like, I've known all of these guys for a long time. Yeah. I mean, right now it's just Valorant.
Yeah, I hear it's good. That's what being a professional is.
Yeah.
What people outside of even in esports, what people don't get is that the majority of the people that work in esports are passionate about it, and it's just they are lucky enough to get paid for it. There's a very, very, very small percentage that do this as a job or to pay the bills. You know what I mean? Like, the majority of it want to be involved in it and do that, which is what all the passion is about. There's a teen who collapsed in bedroom, has life saved. Okay, I'm gonna read this the way that it's written. Teen who collapsed in bedroom has life saved by gamer friend 5,000 miles away. Ada Jackson, then 17, was alone in his room when he suffered a seizure. Luckily, his quick-thinking friend from Texas realized, misspelled, something was wrong and managed to alert the authorities over in Britain.
Good on him, bro. Good on him.
Did you see? Click on that. Click on that.
I don't know what this is, but this
that is crazy. So this dude in England was playing with somebody in the United States, and somebody like had a seizure. But like, how was he streaming? How did he know?
It's like, dude, do you have any fucking plates? He's like, dude, you fucking, what do you know?
He's like, why are you stuttering? So fucking do the call out.
You had to have known right away, dude.
Yeah, that is crazy. And although his mom was
That's
downstairs,
crazy.
the only person with any indication of what was happening was Raven, a woman in Texas. Oh, shout out to her.
Wait, the kid's all
The
right.
heroine,
right?
huh?
The kid's all right.
Yeah, the kid's good, right?
Thanks to his boy.
Yeah, he saved his life.
That's
the
sick.
quick thinking of Raven, who searched online for proper authorities to call after Aiden fell silent and began gasping. Oh, man, that is amazing. Police arrived in Aiden's home 40 minutes after, and then the 17-year-old fell silent, surprisingly his mom, who was still unaware of the situation. You got to
Scary,
think
dude.
that it's
That's
like,
really scary.
yeah, you got to, it's almost impossible as a parent to know, one, you have to give your kid privacy, but you also have to stay on top of it, and balancing that, I'm realizing, is very, very difficult.
Yeah, that
and then
sucks.
I put into perspective as like how I was when I was a teenager, and I never told my parents like anything. I only told them where I was going to be at and what time I was going to be home.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't going to be home at that time, I would be like, I'm going to be late, and I would hang up real quick because I didn't want to be like, come on, man. Because a quick hang up is like, yo, I'm good, I'm here, I'll be home in an hour. Beep. Right, just info. So that's pretty cool, man. Thank you. I didn't catch wind of these news.
How do you even go about that? Like, you would hear your friend gasping, and you would call it. Like, how would you call the Britain authorities? How would you even like?
No, well, she said that she looked up like where he was in, and like
That's crazy.
he was in the ends.
Man, that is
You know what I'm saying?
crazy.
The ends in it.
The ends in it. Yeah, and then she called the authorities. And
That's
over
nuts.
there in the UK, it's 111, not 911. Did you know that?
No.
Verify me on this, Matt. That to call 911, it's just 111. So over there they call it 111. And they say they make fun of us, right? Because we're like 911. Imagine if you're stuck somewhere in a rock and you can barely reach the 9 and you can't reach the 1, right? 999 is the official emergency number of the United Kingdom, but calls are also accepted on the European Union emergency number 112. That is that's cool. And the reason that we do it at 911 is because we don't want to have misdials.
Yeah.
So it's like 9 and then 11. You know what I mean?
that makes
But
sense.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it is
both
like a-
both in my opinion make sense. We didn't have phone numbers like that in Mexico where I grew up. So
So how'd the cops come?
they never came. They never came. My sister and I were talking about how my dad used to work at night, and my mom would obviously be at home with us, and like gangbangers would be like climbing on our roof, like trying to get into our backyard to steal our bikes and shit. Yeah. So my mom would like crack open the door a little bit and scream "Armanda" to my brother or my uncle, her brother, who lived like right next door to us. And I was like, what, like fucking 7 or 8, fucking traumatized. Like, fuck, man. I'd be sleeping, all of a sudden here, and be like, fuck. And I would get up and I would wake my sister up, and then go to my mom, and then my mom would start freaking out. And I'm like, fuck. She'd have a knife and shit. And
Oh my God.
we didn't have a phone, right? So we couldn't call the authorities. And even if we called the authorities, like I remember clearly many times where the authorities were called and they just never came, right? Ever. I remember clearly one time, and this is where we're in the rant of this, but one time I was playing outside and there was like this fucking narco dude in a fucking car, low top and what do you call convertible, whips around the street that we were in, Artículo 123, Colonia Obrera, turns, and then there's cops behind him, and they're like fucking shooting. You hear pop, pop, and then I run. I turn around, and all I remember is like my dad fucking grabbing me and bringing me in, and I'm like, no, I want to see this shit. But he fucking brought me inside, and all you hear is a pop, 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 shots.
insane.
And then the guy pulls a fucking crazy Yui at the bottom of the hill, and then it's like fucking comes back up at the cops, and then fucking escapes. I'm like, man, that guy, he had something like a teenager back then, but it was gangster as fuck.
Damn.
But yeah, cops never came. So yeah, so that's why I have a different appreciation for law enforcement here. And I know that there's a lot of bad actors, but the majority of them, like if from coming from a country in which lawlessness is a thing, I have a level of respect for not armed forces. Yeah, for the what are they called, Matt? For the police? Yeah, for the police department. So
law enforcement.
Yeah, law enforcement. That's what I meant. So yeah,
that's crazy. Actually, that's nuts.
As a kid, man, think about it, bro. It was so badass, dude. I still remember it as vividly as the car was red. The dude had like curly hair on top. The cop was this little Mexican, obviously because of Mexico. But he was like running down the hill fat. I thought he was gonna fucking eat shit, but like my dad just grabbed me and I'm like, no. He's like, get the fuck inside the house. Fucking went inside.
Sounds
the
like
house.
You're explaining a movie scene. That
yeah, it was dope, man. I mean,
that's insane.
You know, rest in peace. If you, I don't fucking happen. I wish I knew what happened though.
Damn.
I want to know how that story ended.
Yeah.
If you gave
Maybe
me like
you don't. Maybe you don't.
Yeah. Maybe I don't. You're right. Anyway, so that story aside, we're going to take a quick commercial break, say hello to the sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Anyway, let's talk about the two sponsors for today, which are Factor and Honey. As the weather gets warmer, Factor can help you spend less time at home in the kitchen and more time enjoying the springtime with no cooking, grocery shopping, or dishes. Plus, the perfect health-conscious grab-and-go add-ons like smoothies and juices. Luckily, I don't have to meal plan or prep, and I can still eat well now that I leave my meals to Factor. Factor makes it easy for me to eat clean 24/7 with fresh, never frozen, prepared meals that are so delicious you wouldn't believe that they're actually good for you. Feel good for summer. Choose from Factor's Calorie Smart and Keto options with built-in portion control as a great tool to help you get fit. I know you guys, I get tweets every day asking how I got my six-pack abs and my big biceps. This is one of the ways. You got to eat clean and you got to, On top of that, Factor gives you the option to change it up and select any plan size between 4 to 18 meals per week. Busy schedule for both lunch and dinner? No worries. Add an extra 2, 3, or even 4 meals to your order. Factor tackles the tough stuff so you don't have to. Their registered dietitians and expert chefs work hand in hand to create meals with nutritious ingredients. Factor even knows my preferences. They offer vegan and veggie meals, keto meals, low-calorie options, cold-pressed juices, smoothies, energy bites, plant-based bars, extra protein, veggie sides, and so much more to keep me fueled and focused all day long. Head to go.factor75.com/OpTic120 and use code OpTic120 to get $120 off. That's code OpTic120 at go.factor75.com/OpTic120 for $120 off. Next up, we're talking about Honey, which is not only what I would like to call you, but it's also the sponsor for today. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or your computer. I know you guys online shop. If you don't, I don't know what you're doing. But also, I know you guys like to save money. This is the best way to do it. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one to find it to your cart. Imagine you're shopping at one of your favorite sites. When you check out, the Honey button appears and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. You wait a few seconds while Honey just searches the entire internet for coupons and that you can find on that site. If Honey finds a working coupon, you'll just watch the prices drop right in front of your eyes. I say this every time, but I do this a lot when I order pizza. Throw in a little bit of a pizza party. You order like 16 pizzas for the headquarters because people here eat a lot of pizza. And then in the checkout menu, you just hit the Honey button. Boom. Saving money on pizzas. Honey doesn't just work on desktop. It works on your iPhone as well. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could just straight up be missing out on saving money. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. I'd never recommend something that I don't use. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/optic. That's joinhoney.com/OPTIC. Thank you guys so much for listening. Let's get yourself back to the podcast.
So thanks again to the sponsors. Appreciate them sponsoring the podcast, and thank you for you guys using Honey and Factor to eat some goodness. Did you guys watch the game?
I watched.
You watched the game?
I saw the pick.
No, I know you saw the
I saw the
pic.
clip.
I saw
too.
most of it.
Yeah, but Jude says that you could see this like the whole game.
Very
Could you-
controversial clip.
What do you mean? Like,
Like you could see us like in the front.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
As soon as
could,
I
you
went on
could.
the game, I saw you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah. So I
Yeah, you were in like camera shot like literally
Yeah.
the whole game.
Doc is like, all right, listen. This
Play the clip.
Yeah, play the clip real quick. So see, this is the thing. Oh, and I'm gonna talk about this right now because, like right here, it looks like he's being like complainy right there. But what happened is like this was actually a shot at the end of the second quarter, going into halftime. And right there, what happened is that there was a guy with a basket. And it had a little. There were more hot dogs in there than there was beer, so you can't call him a beer guy. But the dude leans in, and it's like right up against the people's knees who are buying something. And Steph is obviously seen whether or not he made the shot or who's grabbing the rebound, and he's taking off. Right here, you see the black dude right there, bald guy.
I
He
see.
trips on his shit. Dude looks up. He's like, yeah, my bad. Steph, play it, and then play it until he gets on his knees. So right here, I'm like this. Because I got up because I thought Bullock was gonna hit that shot, and I'm like this, and I saw him miss, and then when I look down, he's going like that, and I'm like, I went like this. I'm like, yo,
I didn't touch him. Yeah.
So then I turned to my left to see what he tripped on, and then I see dude like saying saying sorry. Right here, when I turned around to look at Steph, he was looking dead at me,
Really?
bro. He was looking at me, and I'm like,
He alphaed your
Deadass?
shit. He alphaed your shit, huh?
no, he didn't alpha me, but I felt the same way I felt when I saw Jay-Z that one time in person. I was like, shit. I felt his power.
Did you say anything? Or were you just like, what's good?
Yeah, no, I wanted to be like, I wanted to like be out of the moment, right, and be like, yo, you're the best shooting person
Nah, you can't,
ever.
you can't.
But I was like this. I look over, and he's looking at me, and I'm like, I point right, like you can't see right there, but right there I'm pointing. Being a straight rat, like a snitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm pointing at the dude, and right here, it seems like he was upset. He wasn't. He was saying, he was being pretty cool about the situation because he's like, order drinks at halftime. He's like, don't order it during the game. And then the buzzer goes off, and it's like, He's like, now it's halftime. Now you can order drinks with a smile. He wasn't being a prick about it.
That's such an answer. Like I've seen what his crib looks like. That's such an answer that guy that lives at that crib would give.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this guy doesn't have a worry in the world.
Yeah.
He's not mad about shit.
That's a
Nah,
Steph
he's
Curry.
loving
You know what I'm saying?
life.
He
for
loves
sure.
life.
Yeah.
He's
There's
like,
no
yo,
pressure
man, come on,
besides like, we got to win this game. And they're passionate about it.
They're
But
up 3-0. Like
Yeah.
he's
If he
chilling.
wasn't, he would have been pissed.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So yeah, he was very, very cool about it. I obviously had the little moment, and everybody was fucking. ESPN posted it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Now he
Yo, if
remembers
he would have
you.
grabbed his ankle or anything, like, been getting roasted.
Imagine.
Me? Yeah, but I didn't do it. Like it was like, and
You were just
immediately
in
when
the
that
area.
happened, I was like, oh, I'm gonna tweet out it wasn't me. So I tweet out it wasn't me. Then Doc is like, it wasn't me either, or whatever it is that he tweeted out. You see it on the screen right now. I'm like, it wasn't me because I thought we're for sure gonna be there. But it became a thing, and it got reposted by ESPN, NBA, Ball is Life.
House
Shout
of
out to my
Highlights.
people at Ball is Life, one of the coolest brands ever. And then who else? Oh, Complex.
Yeah, Complex.
Yeah, Complex.
And House of Highlights.
Bleacher Report
House of
too.
Highlights, Bleacher Report. The Spaniards, right? Like in Spain, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, Danny and Sofia are over there right now visiting Danny's parents who from Spain. But everybody, and like they were sending me clips in Spanish, right? Like the Spanish commentators, like aquí blah blah blah, se cayó and blah blah. And I'm like, holy shit! Everybody hit me up.
That's crazy.
The moment that it happened, my phone started to blow up. He's like, yo, did you just trip Steph? Yo, is that you with the blah blah? He's like, yo, why you do my man Steph wrong like that? And I was like, damn, this is actually like everyone's watching this game and shit. So it was pretty cool. Next morning, I go to sleep, I wake up, and boom, way more texts, and everybody was sort of reaching out. It was a really cool moment. Above all, and I wanted the Mavs to win. But above all, it was really, really good to see. I mean, I felt blessed. During the national anthem, as I was looking up at the beautiful American flag, I was thinking, I'm like, man, in no other country would a guy like me be able to be sitting where I'm sitting right now, enjoying what I am enjoying. So I took a moment, and I enjoyed it, and then this shit happened. So it was a fucking baller-ass game. I will say this, okay? I will say this. While Doc and I were sitting next to each other, obviously him cheering for the Warriors, me cheering for the Mavs, Clay would walk by, and I would try to be loud enough to be like, yo, Clay's arms don't look that big, yo. You know what I mean? Because they don't have, like, they're not muscular dudes. Like, in fact, Steph Curry's arms are way bigger than Clay's, which is crazy to me
Really?
because you would think these athletes are like but the Splash Brothers are the Splash Brothers for a reason. They're perfectly tuned machines for a reason, but they weren't buff like I would expect them to be.
You see my man Wiggins?
Oh, bro, dunk of the year in my opinion. I think I'm biased because I saw it in person.
Yeah.
And it was a millisecond fast. It was faster than anything you've seen ever. I've been watching basketball all my life, and that was fucking insane.
He's from my city, like my.
Oh, is he also
city.
from?
Yeah, he's from my city. He went to a high school like literally 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wiggins, man, what a and then Doc had just talked about how his knees are a little bit fatter than like usual, because the Doc notices these things apparently with his goggles and shit. But the inside of his knees are like a little bit like more muscular or something. And I'm like, man, this motherfucker jumps like a 45-inch vertical. It was one of the best experiences of my life. I'll never forget it. It was amazing. It was really good. And then as this is happening, as he's tripping, all the cameras obviously go off, and now is the gym and everything that's happening there. Mark Cuban is walking across the gym floor or the basketball court, and I'm like, he's gonna get in trouble. And I'm joking. Obviously, this is fucking it's mine. God damn it! But as he's walking towards us. I'm like, oh no, man, he's gonna think that I did it because I have my hands up, acting guilty just to be fucking funny. Like it wasn't me, and then here he comes, and I'm like, but he came to say hello to his wife, who was sitting right like down the way, and then on the other half of halftime, everything's cool. All of a sudden, a whistle, like the game stops, and I'm like, oh, what now? Like let's play some ball. And then I look over to me, and there was a lady on the floor, who I don't know if she collapsed because she was still like a. Whatever, but she was like holding her shoulder. She's like, my shoulder, and that's when I got really scared. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, I wish I could. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'm like, I was trying to make sure that nobody was gonna get in. Like, let's let this lady get to where she needs to get to, and then she got up with that. But it was like one of the most eventful.
What a night for you, huh?
Yeah, man. The boys beat FaZe. My man's over here beats C9. Doc is in town. Haven't seen him in a long time. And then we see one of the best basketball games I've ever experienced ever.
That was actually crazy. Like that's a staple.
Yeah.
For a while, you're gonna be watching that clip. You're gonna be showing that clip for the rest of your life, probably. Not the rest. It's still cool.
It's a cool clip, bro.
Yeah. I was thinking, man, have I gone viral before? I'm like, sure. My montage, 6 million views and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is
that's like.
This is like outside of game. Yeah. Europeans were talking about.
I'm sure people hit you up like, hey, you want to come on the show so you can talk about what happened?
No one's reached out, but I'm down. I'm down to repeat the story the same way that I told it right now. Steph Curry is the man. What a gentleman. Because he could have been angry and he could have been like, what the fuck?
Get this guy out of here.
Yeah,
but I would have had to check him.
Yeah, bro, he was having so much fun, was smiling. It's like,
have you seen his house?
No.
Dude, trust me, he's chilling.
He's chilling. He's like,
he's so happy.
Nothing to be mad about.
He's so happy.
He has 3 rings already too.
He is so happy, dude.
As long as he didn't get
he's
hurt
the best shooter. Like he's
best shooter of all time.
He's just walking around like I love life.
What's his contract looking like, Matt? Let's see how happy he really is.
4 year, 90 something.
Dude,
He had
4
year, 90.
He's not seen this guy's house. This guy's house is
top 10
insane,
most paid,
dude.
I think.
House is insane. Dude.
Steph Curry, American 215 million.
Oh my God.
Friends, a 2-time MVP, 250, 4-year extension, 51 million, 2023, 24, 57 million. Dude.
Like I said, bro, he trips. He's cool.
Dude, that is insane.
He's like, yo, that's my bad, actually.
5 million a month.
I need to watch where I'm going. I need to watch where the fuck I'm going. My bad, bro. That's what I would have said.
Yeah. Nah, complete gentleman, fucking loving life, enjoying life. It was pretty cool. The one that surprised me was super serious the whole time, didn't smile, was just all business, was his duo, Clay. So like, yeah. Anyway, it was really good. So then Mark comes by, and every time I see Mr. Cuban, I say,
what the fuck was that?
What? It's like, with Mark? Yeah, like I don't know him like
every
that.
Time me and Mark are kicking it.
I will say this: every single time, he always says what's up to me, whether he's far, he's like, what's up. So I've seen him several times, and then this time, because we were sitting right next to where his wife was sitting, he came up. He said, "What happened?" The wife was like, "Oh, he tripped over this." He's like, "All right, cool." He looks over. He's like, "Hey," and I was like, I gave him the pound. He goes, I'm like. He sees Doc and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "I know you," and I'm like, "Hey," I'm like, Mark, cool if he gets a picture with you. Yeah, I'm like, fucking pull the phone out, took the picture, and got it. I told Doc, I'm like, "Yo, I'm the best wingman. I've been around Nate Side and Scump long enough to know what my job is. You know what I mean? I'm here to go. Here's a picture that I took. Incredible photography, if I do say so. But there it is.
Yeah, I love how Doc's
Legendary.
in full
Swaggy
outfit,
pick
dude.
right
That is
there.
a swaggy pick right
Hell
there.
Yeah, Mr. Cuban.
Mr. Q, boss man.
Multi-million-dollar deals, minimum.
Just chilling,
Minimum.
chilling,
Yeah, exactly.
chilling in his
Oh,
stadium
is that
and
the
shit.
caption?
Yeah.
Love him,
Multi-million-dollar
dude. Love him.
deals, minimum. Yeah, no, it was really good. It was a really good experience.
Even the players are like, "Yo, Doc."
So afterwards, the player that messed up his arm from
Fucking Junior, Gary Payton Jr.
yeah. Gary Payton
yeah.
Jr. came up. He's like, "What's up, Doc? Everything cool? He's like, "All right, man." He's like, "How's the arm feeling?" He's like, "Hey, the arm's feeling gets better. I'm gonna be back before the series is over." Yeah, that's what he said.
Maybe
breaking news.
Oh, shit.
Gary Payton Jr.'s gotta be ready. That's what I heard. I literally heard it from his mouth to Doc. Literally,
You want to be on the headlines again?
There was a
bro.
funny ass clip I saw. You probably have saw it on Twitter. They're like, I wonder, they're asking to do that on the court. They're like doing a little pregame interview, and they're asking the interviewer. He's not interviewing anyone, but he's on the court, and they're like, I wonder if so and so is gonna come back. And he turns around like, yo,
Oh yeah.
you playing tonight? He's like, nah. He's like, he's not playing tonight.
So also the MC, the master of ceremony at the arena, the guy that gets everybody yours,
Yeah.
Dallas Mavericks. Dude comes in between the things like, he's like, "Hey Doc, this is my son. He's a huge fan of yours." Blah blah. He's like, the Doc's like, hey. Right, gives him the call, and the guy says, "But everybody's coming." It was good
That's
shit.
dope.
Yeah, so that is the whole story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's fucking dope.
Hip hop's Mount Rushmore of the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s is trending on Twitter. Let me see this. Insult me, get me mad, piss me off. Can I see the fucking picture, man? Thank you. So this is the. Okay, good. This is let me see. Go up. I know they didn't have 90s. Go up, Matt. 2010s. Okay. This is I was gonna say. Don't the 90s.
Who's
you
in
know,
the '90s Mount Rushmore?
in the 90s Mount Rushmore, Eminem for sure, right? Nas, 100%.
Yes.
I want see the thing is like lyrically or success, right?
Wait, when did
because
Biggie
there's
and Tupac die?
huh?
When did Biggie and Tupac die?
In the 90s. Yeah, in the
People are
90s.
gonna
You
say
were fucked up that
Biggie
day?
and Tupac.
Biggie and Tupac for sure because of what they did for the game. But if we're talking lyrically, I don't want to piss people off, okay? So we're not going to go there. But lyrically, A$AP Rock, 100%. What? Those two albums are more lyrically gifted than anything that anyone has put out since Music for Earthworms and Appleseed. Look at what rapper would ever name their album Appleseed? You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang Forever, like any of those are better than everything that's out right now. So don't ask me. I'm very biased. I dress 90s. I smoke 90s. I listen to 90s. I am 90s. Who would you put?
In the '90s?
Top five. We'll start with the top 5 rappers of
The
all time.
90s?
Just
Of
ever.
all time.
Your favorite. How about we'll start with your favorites? Your top 5 favorites.
I didn't really listen.
No
to
wrong answers. Well, no, it's not your fault that you weren't born
Yeah.
lucky like me and being in the 90s.
Obviously, I gotta put Drake.
Drake.
Up there.
Yep. Get closer to the mic.
Drake up there for sure. I mean, can you refresh me with some names, bro? I can't think
Kendrick, Jay-Z, Nas. I mean, I wouldn't even see. I don't know. No offense, right? But I just don't listen. I just listen to what I listen to. So anyway, sorry.
Lil Baby.
Okay,
has to be
that's
up
2.
there. I like Lil Wayne too.
Little
Okay.
who doesn't?
Yeah, Lil Wayne's cool.
Matt's thinking of his right now. He knows I'm coming to him next.
I'm thinking.
I only listen to like new rap. Like Gunna's pretty good.
Gunna, okay. Yeah, there's no wrong answer. It's music. You like what you like.
Yeah. You ever heard of Sleepy Hollow?
Nah,
Yeah.
you
I
have.
really
All right,
fuck
so
with Sleepy
boom,
Hollow.
5. What about you?
Well, if we're talking 2000s,
No, just in general, your top 5 for you ever.
ever.
And don't be afraid to say A$AP Rock the way that I just did.
No. For number one for me, like inspiration wise, like Vision, like yo, like he get money.
Yeah.
50 Cent.
50 Cent, 100%.
100%.
Respectable, yeah.
Simple answer.
I'm gonna say Eminem only because I listened to him like coming up, so I gotta say that.
No, if anybody has a problem with Eminem being in the top 5,
Dude, Eminem's top
period,
5 for sure, dude.
you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Lil Wayne for sure.
Yep, that's 3.
I'm trying to think who else I listen to. I'm gonna go
Lil Durk.
Oh, Dirk.
G Herbo. I finished yours.
Forgot about Dirk and G Herbo.
Am I wrong?
I mean, like, yeah, but like of all, like, they're my favorite.
Your
rapper.
favorites. Yours.
Oh, right now?
Yours.
Oh, I
No,
can
just
give you,
yours,
I'll give
period.
you easy right now. Yeah, like Herb, Dirk, fucking, yeah, Gunna,
Maybe.
Little
Baby, yeah, like stuff like that.
Choppa and Elite
I
Choppa.
listen to K Flock,
K-Flock's fire.
Love.
B-Love is, bro.
He's fire.
Bro, I'm trying to. You know that that montage that people made on Ballers. What's up, brother?
What up?
That montage that they made where I'm in it with like celebrities showed up, Dr. Respect,
Oh,
OpTic
yeah,
and then
yeah.
that rapper. Anyway, so I was backstage with the rappers, bro, and I'm like, for some reason they all came to me, and I was outside of the bathroom, and they all made a circle around me, and I'm like, "What's up, y'all? All good? Yeah, I mean, you know." And I'm like, "Damn, man, your chain's way better than mine." And I look at mine, and I'm like, "Damn." And then the main rapper comes by, and his shit's just frosted.
Ella Beezy
Nah, yeah, maybe Yella.
from Dallas.
Yeah,
Yella Beezy.
yeah, him. Yeah, so him, he was there, and I'm like, damn.
Probably
And I
saw
was-
Errol Spence too.
I'm like, I saw their watch, and I'm like, yeah, mine's better. It's like, it doesn't have as many diamonds, but yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good, bro. I didn't see not Kyler Murray, the other one, Mahomes. Mahomes was there. I didn't see him, but yeah, it was.
Mahomes was there, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that too.
You said Errol Spence was there?
I'm assuming if he was in
Everybody
Dallas,
was there,
yeah.
bro. Everybody was there.
Like
Everyone.
the boxer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's there. Also backstage while we were back there eating and getting drinks, one of the original owners, this super sweet lady, one of the original owners of the Mavericks, came by and said hi to the doc, and she's short person, and I don't know, it was a really, really good time. I want to stop talking about it because
No, that's cool.
You know what I mean?
like hearing about that shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Especially the people that are there that like aren't in the camera, but they're big deal. Like Mark Cuban knows them, but the people in the stands, you know.
more importantly, everybody knows Mark Cuban. That's the
Well,
way.
you know, but I'm
you
saying
know what I
like
mean?
his friends, like he knows like that person has his number hit, but like the players don't know who it is or.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else was there. There was super. There was Lando.
Let's just check out.
Our drinks are finally here when the podcast is down. I mean, anyway. All right. So before we, Mike Tyson speaks out. I want to talk about this. Right? Fans started a petition for Twitch to ban gambling streams. Mind your business. Okay.
Literally.
Fans who don't want to watch gambling,
Don't watch it.
don't watch it. If some people want to watch it, let them watch it. Nobody's telling you to stop watching what the fuck you watch. Like, mind your business.
I don't gamble.
Regulate it, right? And make sure that there's no illegal shit going on, but mind your business, man. Like, I hate this shit.
I guess their only argument is like kids just click on anything, right?
Yeah.
But like they should have a way where like the kids wouldn't be able to reach it, maybe.
Yeah, it's called parents.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's called parents.
True.
Yeah.
Early on in this thing, when parents used to come to me and say, well, the reason that I don't let my son play this game is blah, blah, blah. He's like, how do I get them to do their schoolwork? How do I do that? I'm like, that's bad parenting. You know what I mean? Like, you have the power to take it all away, but because you want to be cool mom and cool dad, you don't. Well, you're going to have to deal with the consequences. And then playing a video game is much, 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 much better than what would have happened to me if my dad didn't beat my ass as many times as he fucking did. Mike Tyson speaks out on his viral plane moment. Oh, finally. I haven't seen this, Matt. What did he say?
Plane fight.
Do you know what he said?
Hey, who
Oh,
did-
he was on the Logan Paul. You remember that? Like, he was being heckled
Yeah, by who?
by some fucking
Some
random
ass
fan.
guy on the fucking plane.
Oh, was it a random fan? I thought
Yeah,
it was
random
a-
fan was like took a picture with Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson's like, all right, cool, you got your picture, cool. So he's sitting in first class in the front, right? And then the guy behind him just keeps on like leaning over him and talking
No,
shit
man.
and blah blah. And guess what? Guess what happens when you bother somebody?
Sure.
You get your fucking ass beat. I'm glad that guy got his ass
Yeah.
beat. Fucking learn your
Dude,
lesson.
it makes
lucky
me
it
think,
was
it makes
on
me
a
think the guy was
plane.
just like trying to like sue him basically. Like he was trying to get him to hit him so he could sue him type shit.
He's literally lucky it was on a plane. Like minimal movement.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Anyway,
he coulda got fucked
so
up.
they said they aren't going to press charges. He kept fucking with me. I took pictures with this dude and he kept messaging with me. He explained I shouldn't even be taking public planes. I know that. But my wife gets mad that I take public planes when what I am supposed to do, have a bodyguard. He's Mike Tyson, man.
You don't need no damn body.
Not only does he not need a bodyguard, but he should be left the fuck alone. Like any other human. You don't go up to random people and start fucking heckling them, no? Right? But because he's him, you go and you try to win a stupid fucking prize playing stupid fucking games.
Yeah, pictures usually fine, but if you're doing more than that, especially when they're on a plane chilling.
Dude, imagine being on a plane, you're stuck with this guy behind you. That's just being so...
From Atlanta to
so
fucking
ridiculous. Like,
LA.
6 hours.
6 hours of just this dude. Like you're going to get...
And you're Mike Tyson.
And it's fucked up
that... You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like,
what's fucked up is that he was in the wrong, and the dude that was recording him was also in the wrong. There were a couple of people in the plane that said, yo, calm down, like, leave him alone. The stewardesses or whatever, like, they should have said something. They should have told the captains, like, yo, this guy, they should have moved the guy immediately.
They should have moved him.
The second they started fucking with it, they should have moved him.
Mm-hmm.
They moved people for not wearing their masks.
I saw a video.
Which I believe that I still to this day wear a mask. I'm playing fuck you if you don't agree with me, but I've gotten sick. Yeah, dude.
You have to. No?
One, I'm not. I like to sleep, and I don't want to sleep with my mouth open because what if somebody takes a picture of me, like snipes me? You know what I mean?
Someone shoves something in it.
What the fuck? Somebody throws a Skittle at me?
No, shoves.
Shoves?
Just shove something in it.
Nah, that's not cool, man.
Just like the pretzel wrapper.
You?
Yeah.
Just shoves it in.
I watched this video of like Adrian Broner. He got shot at and shit.
Cheers,
the boxer.
boys. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
And his car was all shot
Shout out,
up.
Paige.
And the cops pull up. They're like, they're asking him what happened. And they're like, you got any weapons? He's like, yeah, I got 2 guns on me.
Man. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed it, share it with somebody. Tell them we said hello. All of Marv's information, formals, money biscuits, it's going to be in the description down below. Hit the links. Yeah?
Is it?
Yeah, always.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So give him a follow, man.
Wait, why'd you get so happy?
I just thought about all the podcasts.
Yeah. Every
Nice.
single one. And if it's not on there, Matt, you should look at Matt over there for not doing what he did. Also, Matt, put my YouTube link in the description. I'm trying to hit 1 million, and I'm at 960,000 after 14 years of semi-hard work. Do your friend a favor. I promise I won't retire afterwards. Or am I? Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.